Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming at you with my team building series. This one around Sableye, and this one's basically just like how many different team combos can you get with Sableye? And the answer is a lot. So first let's go to PvP because it's actually interesting because if you put Sableye in just to the meta, it actually only has a 22 and 24 record. So how can a 22-24 record be one of the best safe swaps in this league? So let's just go over a couple things here. So first is, you're going to get killed by your, let me move this up a bit. You're gonna get killed by your um, Wigglytuff, your Charmers, right? Your Charmers, Venusaur is just gonna outpace you. Your Fairies, your Darks, right? Just gonna get out spammed here. Even Shadow Machamp, I've done this matchup before. Like Shadow Machamp is just counter cross up is too strong. Just outbulked by Diggersby and Altaria, outbulked by Dark and Mandibuzz, Lickitung you're normal, so you can't throw anything there with the Shadow Claws, outbulked. Outbarked and outspanned by Walrein. Trevenant is a weird one. I think you should be able to take that one. I think that one depends on a seed bomb bait. But you lose a lot, right? And then you start getting into like the against like Registeel. That one I don't. That one I don't know if that's true with the Zap Cannon. But yeah, outspan Galarian Stunfisk, you shield properly and Skarmory outpace. And a lot of these you're just gonna. And then you get to like the Cresselia, Medicham, Deox domination. So that's not a great record, but it's a safe swap, and it's one of the best safe swaps in the league. So let me just show you two things. So the first thing is, what happens when you get one Shadow Claw advantage, which you normally will have at least one if you switch in time. Then your record goes from, what is it, 22, 24 to 25 and 20. And then if you are able to get two Shadow Claws in before they figure it out, it bumps to 29, 16, right? So that's the first thing. So let's reset this. Let's reset this down to back to 0. And I have not run this analysis yet. So 22, 24 back to the original. What happens if you take it to the 2 shield? Because my guess is that some of these you may actually be able to flip. So 22 wins to 25 wins. Yeah, and that's kind of what I expected. You do flip a couple of those matchups. And my guess it's probably going to be around the Trevenant area. Like you probably would win the Trevenant that you didn't win before. Yeah, there's your domination against Trevenant. So like the Claw, and I can imagine 2 shield if you get an energy advantage too. Oh, 2 shield with an energy advantage. Oh, I think I did 2 there. I'll lower it. That's a 2-time advantage, 32. So that's actually probably not going to be as significant. And 1 energy advantage is 30, right? So 30 and 17 with in the 2 shield with a 1 claw energy advantage on the swap. You're still going to get destroyed by your darks and your fairies. Like there's nothing you can really do about that. But outside of that, like and Walrein just come on, Nerf. But outside that, you can now flip. Yep, I've flipped that Azu matchup multiple times before. Um, you can flip that Altaria matchup if you get ahead by like 1 claw there. So there's a couple of these matchups that if you just get ahead on energy, you should be okay to flip. And because it is just a dominating safe swap, you compare almost any 2 combos that work together. So here's 1,000 combos, not 1,000, there's 5 combos. There's 5 combos on the board, but you really could probably put 1,000 different Pokemon pairings together with Sableye as a safe swap. This one just went Frostlass, Swampert. So one, you're always going to see whenever I'm building a team. So Swampert, so Sableye does okay against Walrein and okay against Registeel and okay against Bastiodon, but there's still losses. So I usually try and pair at least one thing that can deal with like Bastiodon and Registeel, and I have one that should be able to deal with Walrein as well, right? So this team is kind of like iffy. This one is, I think, Frostlass will do well because with the Shadow Balls and Swampert does okay. Plus, again, Sableye doesn't have a terrible matchup. Again, this team is Frostlass, Swampert, so if you see a Fire or you see like a hard Ghost counter, but even Ghost counters are not terrible against, because you're doing the Powder Snow Avalanche, which does like adds up quickly. Um, and then Swampert obviously in the back, take care of those. And I'll go through the teams when we get to the battles. So we have now Sableye is just, now you're just gonna see like the spamminess of Sableye here. Just grabbing shields left, right, and center. So grab the shield. I'm gonna take it down to the 0 shield here because I don't want my Swampert to see this. Plus, I think I can maybe get to a return to take this out, which they catch beautifully. Beautiful catch on their Stunfisk. Really well done. But now that just puts them in mud shot range. It looks like at this point I can take any move. I can take an earthquake, um, and then go all the way down, get to the sludge, throw the sludge. Let's take it out. It's gonna be close. It does take it out. One mud shot short. So that's the first team. Second team, as you lead, Noctowl, so that's a good lead. I would bail here. So why this works is you're weak to your weak. So it covers your dark weakness right there, and it doesn't cover your charm weakness, but it does okay against other charmers. And then if you're weak to poison, which Ghost does well there. This is like the typical core. Clarence Fisk walls the charmers. So this is just an easy core to work with. Trevenant on the save swap. And this is why like Trevenant has a lead here. And this is why I don't think Trevenant wins the one shield unless you like bait properly. So they do bait properly. So maybe they could win the one shield here, but I'm gonna throw here, force the second shield, and they maybe Shadow Ball here. So I guess you could win the one shield if you're Trevenant just going baiting and then Shadow Ball. Yeah, that makes sense because the claws do add up even though it's neutral. It's C-Bomb again, but that does not matter because they're going to be taken out with this claw. So again, keeping switch advantage when you need to is big. I don't need to because I have a Galarian Stunfisk in the back. But if they have a Noctowl in the front, they may have a fighter in the back. What would they have in the back? What was it? So save swap was Trevenant, or they could be running double Ghost. So they let this go, and now I'm going to see it into Registeel. This is kind of why you need to keep something live in the back, just in case it is a Reggie. And it's okay though, because even though I'm down a shield, so I grab a shield there, which is actually surprising. I was about to say, I'm surprised I didn't try and catch like on an Azure or something, but it does not matter at this point. I can now get to the Earthquake. One Focus Blast is not going to take out my Galarian Stunfisk, and I'm going to get to an Earthquake, and then I can bubble down. Yeah. So Deox and Noctowl pairing is so. I was supposed to say Noctowl's lead, so this is a great league. If it was the other way around, it would have been terrible lead. Reason I'm running Noctowl is because your main weaknesses to Deox are going to be your like your ghosts and darks, which Ghost you'll just kind of resist all the moves because you're half normal on the Noctowl, and then obviously Deox is going to deal with the Registeel and all those other ones. So out comes an Azu. Tough. I'm going to throw here just for chip damage, not knowing how, because I know a Thunderbolt does. Am I running Thunderbolt? Yeah, I'm always running Thunderbolt because I know a Thunderbolt does about 50%. So being able to just chip that, get this Deox out here, try and take this matchup. Although I don't need to take this matchup right now because either my Noctowl or my Sableye have a good matchup against Trevenant. That being said, I don't know what's in the back. And if you're running Trevenant, Azu, could have something that needs a fighter in the back. But I will not have a fighter, so I just don't want my like Noctowl on it. So out comes a Trevenant. Obviously just going to chip this much as I can. So Noctowl is the right play here. Please pass me. Make the very easy decision of just going Noctowl. Okay. And it is a Charmer. And this is where Noctowl is interesting because I'm actually running Noctowl on a team I'm using right now just to end the season. And it's like the Sky Attack does not really hit hard. But man, is Noctowl surprisingly bulky. So like, look how much I'm able to get 2 moves off, and now the charm damage is putting pretty low. I stay in here because now I think I can just claw and get to a foul play to take this out. I'm willing to shield because the charms are going to do the main damage. But Noctowl's like put this down enough that I should be able just to go straight foul play here. I'm going to probably have to shield up again. Now I need to probably get as much. I can't get too much energy, but I need to get some energy because I cannot let the Trevenant come in and like hit me with a move. So I have almost a move here. Throw the foul play. Goodbye, Trevenant. Come back in Ninetales. Claw down. Don't even need a second move. Awesome. A9, Swampert. Using Swampert again. A9, if you're going to use a Charm A9, you need a hardest punish you can find for Bastion and Registeel and stuff like that. And it is Swampert, so you're seeing Swampert twice, but that is why. So Charm, Ninetales. If this matchup, if they bait you with the C-Bomb, you're going to have to double shield. So they do bait with the C-Bomb. So at this point, I will throw to... Oh, I was about to say, I'm going to throw to grab that one shield back. But good awareness on them and good catch on them. But now, This is why you run it with Swampert or something super hard to deal with Registeel because you know it's in the back. I could take a Focus Blast here, or they could throw a Resisted Zac Cannon, but Focus Blast, but that's okay because now I'm basically going to come out with 100 energy. And even though I'm running the non-Shadow version here, as long as I have a second one coming out, I can throw it at the Trevenant. And Trevenant is low enough from all these charms that they're going to have to shield that they're going to be taken out. So they could come in, shield ones and farm down, because that's what I would do if I was them. So gonna get hit with the Hydro. Hydro's again still gonna hurt. So I knew they were gonna try and farm down. So why did I give it up there? Because I knew they were gonna farm down. And if they farm down like 4 claws there, then they would have a move for a Ninetales, which means that I'd be in trouble. So I'm coming in Sableye knowing that the Shadow Claw damage is going to pressure them to either throw or bail. And now that they bailed, I have an energy advantage on Galarian Stunfisk. Now it's a question of whether I can shield up the Earthquake properly. Because look, these claws and foul plays are going to add up real fast on this. So I call the Rock Slide bait. The problem is one Rock Slide, and who knows how many mud shots got through there with this game. The game it's been way better this season, but I'm still getting some lag and stuff like that. And my game, like the freezing, I've got to upload that short maybe this weekend. I get the sec. So it takes 3 Rock Slide. So now the question is, what do I do here? I think I'd let this go and I got to come just, I try and farm down here or let them throw and then farm, let it go, come in, charm, hopefully get to a move soon. But you know what? Charm a Ninetales may be able to even just charm this all the way down. Yeah, and I have a shield, or I would have got to a move. And the last one, Credilli and Whiscash. Again, Whiscash just to cover Registeel and stuff like that. Credilli is actually like I always have fun playing with it because it's a half grass, half rock. So you're weak to fighting, but you take neutral from a lot of things that you would otherwise take super effective from, like fire and stuff like that, and flying. So it kind of neutralizes a lot of things. And look at those grass nuts. Just chunking the Galarian Stunfisk. So like the only really weakness is a fighter, so I would bail into my Sableye if I saw a fighter. I can let this go because I can survive. And they come in with their Venusaur, so I'm gonna hit this, and then I'll probably have to bail into my Sableye. And they let it go. Oh wow. That hurts. I'm gonna have to shield this because I do not want to take a Frenzy Plant from a Shadow Venusaur, that's for sure. So shield it up. I'm down a shield, but that is okay. I got a few claws in there, a couple energy advantage, and out comes their own Sableye. So this is one foul play does not take you out. But because I'm already lowered, they're gonna be able to just foul play and now just farm down. I'm gonna get a second foul play off, so they're gonna have to shield, but they're gonna come out with a bunch of energy here. I can't really come in with the Credilli because then they could just farm that down and come out with even more energy. So I have to come Whiscash, and because I know that's going to happen, I'm just going to come right away, right? I'll shield up foul play because I don't know what's in the back yet. And they already dropped their Venusaur, so maybe, I do know what it is. It's the Stunfisk. So I built up a bit, have a bunch of energy. The Venusaur is already taken out. Throw this will take it out. And now it's just a race to 2 Mud Bombs here. I'm going to hit with foul play, but again, I can survive 1 foul play here. Survive foul play. Going straight for the Blizzard. Do they have a shield or no? Why am I going for the Blizzard? They do not have a shield. That is why I'm going for the Blizzard. So good job. Pass me. So yes, Sableye is a beast in the save swap. Really, you can like put any 2 combo team that works. Just go through logically like what works. Does an ABB style team work? So I did this team double weak to Charm. And I had a Charm lead. I'm like, oh, this does not work. But this Azu and Sableye matchup is so interesting because even though they ice beam me there, if you bait once or land the return once, you're in okay position in the 2 shield. Like you can flip the 2 shields. So they've baited me once already. They shielded my return once already, which is not good. So I'm in a big hole here. They do play rough me here. So I'm building up a bit. I'm going for the bait here. And if I get the bait, I think I can get to the return before they get to another move. And they know that, so they bail into their own Sableye. So I'm going to hit them with foul play. At this point, I think I've got to go back to my Cargo. Yeah, just try and farm all the way down. I don't know if I'll be able to because these foul plays are going to come pretty fast. And foul play is going to do what, 50%? Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to throw here. Yeah, so I'm just going to throw, take this out. I've got the Azu that which can come bubble me down, but I don't think it can bubble me all the way down before I get to another move. So they're right, yeah, they're going to need to throw, so I'm going to probably get to another move there. It would have been close. So they waste their Ice Beam. Goodbye. But now I got to come. I can come Sableye because I still have a bunch of energy, and it's so slow on the build, so goodbye, Azu. So even though I'm weak to Azu all over the place here, does not matter. I'm working around it. Out comes the Ninetales. This could overheat me, but that was way too fast. No, I think you need to go for the overheat there. The problem is when you're running the what Ember there, it's a slightly slower generation than Weather Ball, so you're not going to get to the overheat as fast. So take it out. Thank you, Metachamp. Get around what is an ABB style team there. So Sableye is just a beast. Again, I'm filming this ahead of. I'm filming this like the new season starts in like a day and a half. I do not know how they have not dropped the news yet. So we will see if they take out Shadow Claw. But if they do not take out Shadow Claw at all, and they're gonna theoretically probably nerf Icicle Spear like Walrein and Registeel, like Sableye just become even more of a beast. Although I did see that the Fairy Wind has been pushed. So if you now have a Charmer that like a Shadow Gramble, it'd be actually very interesting if it gets Fairy Wind. I don't know if it will by itself, but if like if a Charmer gets Fairy Wind, that it can like it's like a Mudshot clone, so it doesn't do a ton of damage, but then you can like throw multiple like play roughs or dazzling gleams or something like that, then Sableye may take a little bit of a backseat. Like that could be their answer to Sableye as a safe swap, but we will have to see what happens with that. So that is it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these team series, thumbs up. Leave a comment below other Pokemon you want me to cover. And I guess try if you want to see another one, go click on the video that will be at the bottom of the channel for more team building. So that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.